Hi everyone, I am Brittany the Cosmic Lunar Soul. Welcome to my channel. If you're new, welcome back to all of my subscribers. Today I have another unboxing for you. This is the Fairies Oracle Deck and Guidebook. It says Wisdoms, Inspiration, and Magic from Folktales Around the World. This was sent to me from Running Press Books for review, and this is by, let me say who this is by. This deck was created by Eugene Fletcher and it was illustrated by Camellia Pham. This is, again, a Running Press deck and it retails for $20 US and 26 Canadian dollars. The box is one of their newer designs. If you saw my unboxing of the Golden Mantras deck, you probably have seen this. If not, then let's go ahead and get into the box. This is a magnetic side tab or flip tab box, and then it folds out like this. We have the guidebook here in its little sleeve, and then we actually have the deck here. So I will say, if you have this kind of box, it kind of assumes that you've pulled the guidebook out because it is hard to get the deck out if the guidebook is still in there. So let me go ahead and slide the guidebook out, get the deck out, which is fully wrapped, and then continue looking at the box. So the box becomes very flimsy without the deck, and then of course closed up, it becomes a little flimsy without the book. So it assumes you don't lose any pieces of this in order for it to maintain its integrity. But with everything in it, it's nice and sturdy, and it is actually a more compact version of a box. It's easy to travel with. So I'm going to go ahead, put the box off to the side, and let's go ahead and talk about the guidebook. So the guidebook is fully colored and illustrated. It's quite lovely for a $20 deck. You can see the motifs going throughout. And let's go ahead, just crack this baby open. We have all of the intro page and all of the publishing stuff. And then here we start talking about the table of contents. There's a very, very short introduction, and then it just gets into the cards. And then, yeah, it seems like that's really it. There's no like spreads or anything like that. So if you are interested about the author and just their creation of the deck, that is what is in the introduction. Skipping ahead, we get into the cards. So we have the illustration on the cards. You can kind of see that here. And then a long spiel here about the card. So this is about, the top part is about the mythology. And then the bottom part is more or less what it means when you pull this card in a reading. And that is how all of the card pages are set up. I like that each card is devoted to one page, but if you notice it's not in alphabetical order, so you will kind of have to rely on the table of contents if you are searching through it. I do like, though, when guidebooks have this fully illustrated card here, because you can kind of use this book on its own without having to pull the cards out as like a quick like bibliomancy thing sort of thing. So I do really like that. And then of course we'll kind of see this a little more as we get into the cards. There's a lot of diversity in this deck. There are a lot of different mythos that are presented here, different kinds of creatures, and I mean obviously it's more so focused around fairies, but I guess what I mean is they're not all called fairies. They're the version of fairies in that culture. And then let's see if we have anything at the end. We have just a little bit about Eugene Fletcher here. It's really cool. Nice. All right. I'm going to go ahead and get the cards open, set up for the flip through, and then, yeah, let's do the flip through. So I forgot to mention earlier, this is a deck of 40 cards. So 40 cards for $20 isn't too bad at all. It's also closer to regular tarot size, which means that it will be very, very shuffleable in my opinion. So let's just talk about the overhand shuffle. The cards are kind of like a lightly coated matte, so they're a little sticky. You can see that they kind of have like a little chunk to them, but I think they will break up very quickly. So they are on the thinner side as well. You can kind of see as I was you can see that it has a lot of bend here. For the riffle, I don't foresee having any issues. Let's see here. We have a nice riffle and a beautiful bridge. I think that will help. Being able to do that will help break the cards up a little bit more. Oops. There we go. I think it has a great riffle. Kind of has a great shuffle sound as well, if you're into that kind of thing, which I am. But let's go ahead and talk about the cards. You can see the motif of the pattern from the back of the guidebook here. And it kind of has that art book style art. Generally, that's not my thing, but it kind of gives me like, if you ever saw the Disney movie Hercules, it kind of gives me more of that vibe and less of like children's cartoon vibe, even though I get like Disney is for children, but you know, it's like, I don't know how to explain it. If someone knows what I'm talking about, comment below. But so the cards, you can see that there is a mix of there's some older characters represented. We have characters from different cultures, including POC cultures. We have a few of the Asian cultures mixed in. We have creatures that are not actually like, they're humanoids. We have some men or ambiguous androgynous kind of characters. I actually know this character from I can't remember the name of it because the show's in Spanish, but this is a Netflix show. If I can think of it, I'll post it. I'll tell editor Brittany to go ahead and put it in. But I really actually do like the diversity in this deck, and I like that some things are actually somewhat familiar to me, even though I'm not generally into like Fae mythology. Some are obviously, like obvious, like the leprechaun, but you can see here it's still a little like, it's not slidey. It's very much still chunky right now. But I think this deck would pair very well with my, you know what? I'm going to get it before I say it out loud. I'm going to get it. I think it'll pair well with two decks. So I think it would pair well with my Maracai 2nd edition tarot and the Light Seers tarot. So if you don't have this deck, it is an indie deck, so it's a little expensive. I do have this deck as well, which is a mass market deck. Often goes on sale for like $10 at Hay House. So let's do a quick shuffle and see what looks good. All right. This isn't going to be a real reading. This is just kind of like a compatibility test to see, how things look. So let's see. Let's pull a card. Here we go. We have the King card. Let's look at the Light Seers Tarot, see how this looks. And then let's do the Maracai Tarot. Meraki. So I'm going to go ahead and flip these upright just because I think it's easier to kind of see this kind of stuff. I like, just based off of the cards that I pulled, I think that I really, really like the Light Seers with it, but I still think that it matches really well with the Meraki Tarot. So the Light Seers is kind of like, I think the Maracai is like the animal version of the Light Seers, and just incorporating more crystals and stuff. This is very much just a standard, like, Rider Waite clone almost. So I think if you're looking to add a nice complement of animals and, fae folk, this is a really nice dynamic between the Maracai and the fairy oracle. But if you want to stick with more people, or if you just, can't afford the Maracai tarot, the light seers goes beautifully together, like the color tones and everything. I think this is a really nice balance of like nature here, and then also just color tones and what's a good word for it, color tones and just like the vibe, I guess. So this might give a more well-rounded view of things, and this might give more of a complementary view of things. But everybody kind of relates to their tarot and oracle differently. So let me know in the comments below, guys, which one do you like best? And if you have the Light Years Tarot, do you think you would get the Fairy Oracle to pair with it? Let me know. All right, everyone, that was the flip through of the Fairies Oracle deck. It was surprisingly nice. Like, I got it thinking like, oh, I'll do a review for you guys and, maybe give it to a friend or something. But no, I actually really like this deck a lot more than I thought. And I think being able to pair it with decks that I have currently in my collection really just, nail in the coffin for me. Or I guess not nail in the coffin. That's usually bad, right? Anyway, if you guys enjoyed this flip through, make sure you give me a like, hit that subscribe button, and that notification bell so you don't miss out on any future videos. All right, bye guys.